Located on the southern slopes of the Himalayas and locked between Tibet and northern India, Bhutan is home to the world's highest unclaimed mountain, Gangafusan. But nested below these 7,000-metre peaks sits a quiet and peaceful country with few roads and high mountain passes. At 3,100 metres, the Dokula Pass is a point on the one lateral road through which all traffic must pass. Running east-west through Bhutan, it connects Thimphu, the present-day capital, to the old capital of Punakha. The surrounding hill slopes are clad in cypress trees and festooned with colourful prayer flags. In Tibet and Bhutan, stupas are referred to as chortens. The 108 here were built as a memorial in honour to the Bhutanese soldiers who were killed in December 2003 in a battle against the Assamese insurgents. In 2007, the year this film was shot, only 21,000 foreigners visited Bhutan, due partly to the imposition of a daily fee on all tourists of $250. The government's objective, however, is to increase visitor numbers on the principle of high value and low impact, implying that they will never invite mass tourism. But poor transport links were also a factor in low visitor numbers, which is why road improvements have allowed tourist numbers to rise in recent years. The King of Bhutan, Jigme Singh Wangchek, said in 1972 that gross national happiness would replace the gross national product as a measure of the population's well-being. A philosophy that has since been adopted by the UN as a fundamental human goal. As part of a small tourist group we visited in November, which is late autumn. Bhutan experiences 5 distinct seasons: spring, summer, the monsoon in July and August, autumn and winter. With a strong focus on covering as much ground as possible on foot, we were able to witness the way of life firsthand and get a real sense of the Bhutanese culture. Nothing we witnessed was set up for us. This is Bhutan in the raw. The Bhutanese government set out to become the first country in the world to be 100% organic, and Bhutanese red rice is the most widely known agricultural export. The economy is based on agriculture, forestry, and to a lesser degree tourism. Increasingly important, however, they sell power to India through their hydroelectric schemes. But it is subsistence farming and animal husbandry that provide the livelihood for over half the population and remains a key employer, though the agricultural share of the economy has been declining in recent years. Nevertheless, traditional methods prevail. The Punakha Valley is famous for rice farming, where both red and white rice are grown. There's a plentiful supply of mountain water to flood the fields through the growing season, and once cut the rice is dried in the sun. Thrashing takes place underfoot out in the field, a job for the women with a headdress of ferns to keep off the flies. Again a role for the women. The rice is sifted by allowing the breeze to separate the chaff from the rice. The straw is collected and stored for the winter, either in the roofs of the houses or in haystacks. A romantic but hard lifestyle for these mountain people.
Hey. Hello.
The busy city of Thimphu is not only Bhutan's largest city, but the world's fourth highest capital. You would have noticed by now many wear the traditional costume. This is not only encouraged but a feature of their national identity. The men wear a go, a long robe which they hoist up at the waist and tie with a woven belt. As well as being both the political and economic centre, Thimphu is the centre for crafts. Everything is very intricate, whether it's the art based on the Buddhist symbolism or the fine woven fabrics. This was the only roundabout we came across in all our travels. It was very grandly manned by a smart and animated policeman, a spectacle apparently, for which it's quite well known. The Punakha Dzong, or monastery, is situated on the confluence of the country's two main rivers, the Pho-Chu and the Mo-Chu, which merge here, bringing their different sediments. Today, you can cross the river on a single span bridge, but when we visited, we had to approach using a temporary structure, as the bridge building had only just got underway. A little precarious, but it served a purpose, and once inside we could view the splendour of this working monastery. The Punakha Dzong, also known as the Palace of Great Happiness or Bliss, is the second oldest and the second largest dzong in Bhutan, and one of its most majestic. Buddhism in Bhutan originated in Tibet, but today it differs in many ways. Bhutanese Buddhism is particularly concerned with the search for nirvana, or an end to the endless circle of rebirth. An end to the Buddhist view of the cyclicality of life, matter and existence. No visit to Bhutan is complete without the long climb to Paro Taksang, also known as the Tiger's Nest. Paro Taksang is a sacred site hanging on a precarious cliff high above the Paro Valley. Taksang in Tibetan literally means tigress lair. At 3,120 metres, that's over 10,000 feet above sea level, it makes for a taxing walk. No vehicle can access the site, so all the provisions for the monks has to be brought in by pack horse. According to legend, Guru Rinpoche, widely known as the second Buddha, flew to this location from Tibet on the back of a tigress, and in a cave up here he performed a meditation and emerged in 8 incarnate forms. And so from this time this place has been holy, as is regarded as the birthplace of Buddhism in Bhutan. Guru Rinpoche, I'm sure, would be very proud to see this monument to his memory. Our final approach drops down across a bridge to avoid the waterfall. Even today, monks shut themselves away for long periods to meditate. A true devotion to the quest to find nirvana.